Welcome back, pilots. Well, as you can see, 3.3 is now the default version. So all my testing that I did before is for naught. We're going to go through the aircraft and try each one and see how they fly in the new official version. The first airplane should be the Piper Cub, but I've got the de Havilland queued up already, and I thought we would go to that one. And I want to show you how I've got everything set up. Here, the controls, the mouse, simulation, detect crashes is off, multiplayer is off during taping. We're showing the community contributed 3D models, works pretty good. We're showing ADS-B commercial traffic, but we are not enabling chat for obvious reasons. Graphics, I've got a really good computer, so I've got it level 6, color enhancement 0.7. Everything is ticked on. I really enjoy the transparent user interface and the transparent user interface, but I also like these fold-out panels being doesn't affect how the view of the airplane. Environment, I usually set this to set environment manually, simply because I don't want to have to deal with crosswinds while I'm videotaping. And then, as you can see, they have me throttled at 60 frames per second. That's how I have mine set up. Save and close. We are going to be in the de Havilland DHC-6. I'll just do the Canadian Air Force version. How's that? That's kind of pretty. This does not have any extra. By pressing the X, nothing happens. It also does not have any air brakes, but the flaps go 4 stops, and the last stop is basically your air brake, and that's full flap 4 stops. You're going to stall out at full flaps. It also has thrust reverser. So we are going to get back here. Our location is on the runway in Miami. So to set the radio, you either know the frequency, or you go to nav by clicking there or pressing the N button and zoom up, and you can't click on that right now because you're on it. So what I do is I engage autopilot in manual mode off the radio, and then wait till I get away from that spot. You could also move yourself over to there and click on it, then click on the radio frequency, and now that radio frequency is active over here. And then we go back to take off from Miami. Brakes on, 2 flaps, take off, power full, brakes off, navigation off. The cockpit on this aircraft is very nice. So the gear does not retract, however we have to retract our flaps. I'm going to get up to about 125 knots, and then I'm going to engage the autopilot. And there I got a text. So, since we don't have a display, we can't see what's going on with the autopilot. So I'll switch back to the follow me view. That's the inside. It's kind of nice. So let's see. We're going on the glide slope that the autopilot has chosen for us. So we want to come back around. Oh no, it isn't. Haha, still a manual. Now we're on radio nav. We've hit our 125. I'm going to change it back to heading and turn back to the downwind. So this shows us how far away we are from the end of the runway right there. And I'm going to fly past it by 5 miles and then turn back. I'm going to speed that part up so you don't have to wait for it. Okay, I changed my mind. We're going to turn back at 3 miles, but I have to reduce my speed back to 125 so I line up properly. We can slow it, like I said, using the flaps, and that speed will drop real fast. Also, you'll see I brought us down to 1,000 feet from 1,500 feet. I'm going to turn back. Now I will turn it. You see it's all lined up because we were going the same speed when we turned both left turns. But I'm going to activate the radio and that'll put us right on line. I'm going to leave it at 125 knots until we get to 2 miles out. Then I'm going to slow it down to 90 knots. The stall I have found is about 80 knots on this aircraft. So we'll speed it up just a little bit right here. Alright, we're approaching 2 miles out. I'll lower the speed to 90 knots and I'll extend the flaps 50%. Now it's usually at 1 mile that I take control of the aircraft. See, on jets it's pretty important. On this guy I'm going to let him go a little closer. By clicking the A button I can see how much of an up angle, so I'm going to pull the throttle or the yoke back just a little bit. That way I can keep that steady. Our speed is not increasing or decreasing, which I like, but I'm going to cut the throttle. Now, extend the flaps to full. Now, prepare for thrust reversers. The page down key. Now, and braking. Thrust reversers off. Retract the flaps. Cut the engine. Oh, that was abrupt. And there you have it. GeoFS or GeoFS Flight Simulator de Havilland Twin Otter. Thank you for watching.